guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. Per the title, today's video is going to be a NetGalley vlog. So we've all seen NetGalley vlogs kind of go around, and if you're not familiar, NetGalley is a online platform where you kind of make your profile and how you review books, and then you go in and see what the publishers are offering. You request it, you wait for them to approve you, and then if they do approve you, you do have the e-arc of a book that you can rate and read and review and do all those fun things. I am overwhelmed right now with all the NetGalley books that I have. I only have 2 in this current moment that are already out, and then everything else that I have is like 12 or 13 books that are not out yet this year. So I have a lot because I have a problem with checking NetGalley twice a week and just requesting and hoping that I get things. And so this is not really about like getting my score up, because my score is in this moment like 79. What I'm gonna do is, I haven't decided how many, and we're just gonna go until I kind of want to end the vlog, but I'm gonna read my NetGalley book and I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna tell you what I'm reading, I'm gonna come back at 50%, tell you what I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna come back at the end and tell you what I'm rating, how I'm feeling, what's going on. And then we're gonna probably do that for 2, maybe 3 books. We'll see. So I am going to admit in this moment, I did not want to film this intro last night. So I've already started the first book that I'm going to read, and that is Dream On by Angie Hockman. Now, this is the author who wrote the novel Shipped. This is a romance book about a girl who gets into a car accident, and in her like car accident coma, she thinks about her boyfriend, and they've been together for 3 months, and he's like the perfect boyfriend and everything's so great. And then she wakes up from her coma only to find out that this man is not real. Like, nobody in her family knows. She draws pictures of him. They have no idea who he is. He is a figment of her imagination. Until one day she runs into him. And it's actually like, and he's real. They never dated, but he's real. He's a real human. So it kind of goes from there. I understand this is the intro. I'm already going to do my 50% check-in. This is no thoughts, head empty kind of book. I'm already 50% of the way in. So here's my 50% check-in. It was so speedy. You're welcome. And then I'll throw in a clip of me starting the book. It'll make sense later. I am enjoying it. Again, I read 50% of this book yesterday. And it's pretty good. It really is no thoughts, head empty. I think that the main character, Cass, is very good. She works at a law firm for like a summer program to kind of get a full-time position, and she's kind of reeling from her car accident. She's got some memory issues, and other than the romance, she's really trying to find herself and find like what she wants to do. Kind of, I guess the car accident was maybe like life-changing in the sense of career path, potentially. This is not the best romance I've ever read. This is very no thoughts, head empty. Just read what the pages tell you and have a great time. Because, so when she finally meets this dude, he is obviously he doesn't have the same last name. She gets him mixed up with the florist shop that his family has. She's kind of learning, like, is this her dream man? Like, did she just somehow psychologically make up this fake dude who looks like this guy and is kind of she knew things about him that she shouldn't have had because they've never actually met before. So it's kind of weird. So I'll come back when my hair is not wet later and you'll see what I think. But yeah, so NetGalley vlog, welcome. I already am 50% through the first book. We're making progress already. So it's the next day. I was gonna update this last night, but I didn't want to, so here we are. Last night I finished, what the heckle book was I reading? I finished Dream On by Angie Hockman last night. So I read the book in like 24 hours. Shout out to me. Anyway, I ended up giving it 3.5 stars and I rounded it up to 4 stars. And that is because it was just a cool romance. Like, chill, no smut to be seen, except for in the epilogue there was like that much, like almost none. Like, cute rom-com, no smut to be seen type of book. I think it is a good summer book. This book is set kind of over the expanse of some time, but the main like part of the book is set like in summer, because the main character is doing like a summer internship program at a law firm. So that's why I think this is appropriate. And it was also funny, there was a good part of the book that I read yesterday was set on the 4th of July, and yesterday was the 4th of July. So that's cool. I didn't celebrate the 4th of July. We don't do that in this house anymore. There's no point. But yeah, so I think that this was like a really good book. It did have its flaws. I didn't think that... So the male main character for the majority of the book was kind of annoying for me. And the main character's trying to find out if this is like her dream man, and her being like with this dude who she had in her dreams. And it just was like, sis, you couldn't have figured this out before. Like, the stuff that she figured out on if or if not he was her dream man, I was like, these were like red and green flags in the beginning. Like, why are we doing this now? I don't know if I mentioned this, but I definitely mentioned it in my written review. But there was stuff mentioned in the beginning, like her like year post crash and coma brain fog, like short-term memory, was very bad in the beginning, and then it just like was never talked about again, and I felt like that was weird. And then there was like, she had this patch of hair that was like really shorter than the rest of her hair because they had to shave it when they did something when she had the crash. And in the beginning it was always like, oh, my baby hair, my strand piece of hair, I have to clip it back or it'll stick straight out. And then it never got brought up again until the epilogue. And I was like, why are we mentioning these things like a lot in the first like 50% and then just never talking about them again? I didn't like that. For my next book, I'm starting Beneath the Starlit Sea by Nicole B. This is an independently published book that I got on NetGalley, and I am actually very excited to read this. I have read a lot about this book in like the description stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm 18% of the way through in this current moment, but I honestly don't know the premise very well. So here we are. I've got to the 50% mark of Beneath the Starlit Sea, sorry, by Nicole B. And I have some stuff we can talk about. So basically this book is following this girl, and these are like really hard, like crazy fantasy names. So if I say them wrong on how they're supposed to be said, not my fault, okay? So we follow Elise, and she is a witch slash sorceress in this like magical kingdom, and she is tasked by the king to kind of go in and figure out why these like murders are happening. And she goes kind of with the king's physician, doctor, inspector dude, and Garrett, and they are trying to figure out the murders. And she can do some like really cool things with water or something. And so because of that, the king puts these like metal bracelets on her, and the metal like makes her not be able to perform her like water powers, but with the bracelets on, she can still light fireplaces. So that's cool. So she can still do stuff. She just can't do, I guess, what she's good at. But so they kind of go through that, and then her and Garrett have like an enemies to friends to lovers kind of thing going on, and it is actually banned in that world that, quote, monsters cannot be with men. So it's like forbidden romance love. We don't know really literally anything at all about the murders other than the murders are happening. They have not yet figured anything out. There have been some romance aspects, and yeah, I am enjoying it. It's doing something for me. Everything is seeming very like surface level at this point. It seems like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this properly. It was very quick to be like, oh, I'm Elise, I'm going into I'm gonna live in the king's castle, and he's tasking me to do this thing. Oh yeah, there's this dude, and he's helping me, and I kind of think I like him, and blah, 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 blah. It seems very surface level right now. I'm gonna keep reading and get to the I'm already at the 50% mark. I'm gonna finish the book. When I come back, the book's gonna be done, and I'll kind of have some full thoughts. I think because right now I haven't read any today. It was all what I read last night. My brain is like not working properly, but I'm gonna go finish the book, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna actually have some thoughts for you. But right now we're just sitting at a 3-star, and maybe that's what I need in my life. Just a cute little 3-star book. But yeah, I don't know what time it is. I do not have my watch on, but I gotta go because I have therapy soon. So have fun. Teehee. So vlogging has turned into me reading in every other room of the house and then just coming in here to film updates. I'm sorry that this is where we're filming updates. I don't want to move the tripod out of this room. I don't want to hold the phone with my hand. It gets shaky. I just don't want to do it. So right now, this is what we're doing. It's like 5 hours later from when I last said hello. I finished Beneath the Starlit Sea. Here's the thing, guys. This book should have gotten turned into 2 different books. This should not have been one book. I think that what happened from starting the book to like the 50% mark should have got escalated and pulled and added more details and become its own book. And then everything that happened 50% to the end should have gotten pulled, escalated, and turned into a second book. This was like, everything felt rushed. Everything was also kind of surface level. I wish I would have gotten more. And honestly, at like the 70% mark, I was just reading for the sake of finishing it, for the sake of this vlog and my NetGalley ratio, and to give it a rating. Yeah, so I actually ended up I was gonna give this 3 stars. I really was gonna give this 3 stars. But after sitting for a little bit, this is gonna get 2 stars, and I feel really bad about it. But that's my opinion. And I think this book is for some people, but it's just not for me. I was the wrong person to read this. In that vein, I actually put up a poll earlier today on my Instagram, which is linked down below if you're not already following me there. But I put a poll saying to pick my next and final book for this vlog. And I put up 3 options, and they were 3 books that I need to read generally soon. 2 of them are July releases, and 1 of them is an August release. So I was gonna let it up to my Instagram followers to decide that. And while it's still going, I still wanna see how the poll ends. In this current moment, there are 3 books, but 1 of them has 5 votes and the other 2 have 0 votes. And I know that's not a lot and it could skew one way or another, but 5 to 0 is pretty definite that like y'all are trying to get me to read this one particular book. The book that got 5 votes to the other 2 getting 0 is Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. We're flipping the whole vlog on its head. We read a romance, a contemporary romance, we read a fantasy romance, and here we are now about to read a horror mystery thriller. I am very, very, very hyped for this book. I actually don't think I've read anything by Sarah Gailey before, so this will be my first intro into their work, but it is a horror. It is a mystery thriller type gig. What I do know is that I'm pretty sure the dad's a serial killer. I'm pretty sure the daughter and the mom have a strained relationship. I'm pretty sure the house is haunted. I don't know, but I think those things happen in this book. And I'm pretty excited. Okay, so I literally filmed like 3 minutes of this and it didn't catch. So here we go. Let's do it again. And I had a lot of enthusiasm, so I got to bring it all back. Okay. I'm at the 50% mark of Just Like Home. It's 8:30 in the morning. I've got things to say. So, NetGalley, nice to see you. What's up? They wrote this book and they pulled it out real quick, and then I'll explain what the book is about. You're reading this book and you're trying to figure out what's going on. There's like a thin layer over everything. You don't know. Nothing's really said why things. There are like a couple words here and there that you're like, oh, that's what's happening? Oh, okay. And then you're like, hey, NetGalley, I need you to tell me what's going on. Like, I need a big reveal here. And they said, okay, I'll give you that big reveal. You're reading, you're at like 49%. And then NetGalley goes, okay, here we go. Full saw. Full saw. It's like NetGalley called Lee Wynell and they went full saw on us. I gotta go. I'm literally reading it at 11:30 at night, just vibing, trying to get sleepy to go to bed. And then I get traumatized. Just a little bit. And then I finish the chapter, put my book away, close my eyes, and go right to sleep. It was traumatizing, yet I went right to sleep. And it was great. Basically, we follow Vera, and Vera is, I would assume, based on timelines, her like actual age is not said, but like based on timelines, she's probably about 27 to 32, in that kind of age range. And she's going back to her childhood home for the first time in like so many years, because I think when she was like 16 or 17, her mom kicked her out and basically was like, bye, pack your shit. Vera walks out the door. Her mom immediately deadbolts the door. Like, don't, like, you're done. We're done. And so we open the book and Vera's coming back to her childhood home. She's a little nervous to come in. She hasn't been in there in a long time. And she's only coming back because she got a phone call that her mother is actively dying. So when she arrives, her mother is in a rented hospital bed that is in the dining room, actively dying. And you don't know, Vera doesn't know because she didn't ask, and we as a reader don't know why or how her mom is dying, but she just is. So there's that, and then there's kind of a layer of mystery over Vera's dad and kind of where he is, what happened. And then as you go on, you kind of figure out, and they kind of say where the dad is and kind of what happened. There's a few flashbacks of Vera at like 12, and it is just, it's like spooky because Vera goes in like her childhood bedroom and she like hears things and things are happening, and it's very, very blank in the sense of it's not outwardly said. I can't quite think of the exact word I'm looking for here, but there's like a thin layer where you like know things are happening, but there's no like specific things said. And I think that is because it will come up later what is going on. But there are some words said about where Vera's dad is, and Vera is just tasked with cleaning the house, getting the house ready, because when her mom dies, she's going to sell the house and it's just going to go away. But her mom is kind of a recluse and has been for a number of years. The people in the town do not like her, do not like their family, do not like the house, want the house gone. And so Vera is cleaning the house. Her mom's a bitch. Even though she's actively dying, she's still the worst. And Vera's mom actually kind of, while she's a recluse, would have renters come in and they could stay there and do their art and write their books and ask questions and go in like the parents' bedroom and look at stuff and get, quote, inspiration. And you're trying to figure out why. And there's some kind of words mixed in as to why. But again, there's like a full like thin layer over the top where it's like, I don't know. This is crazy. This is bonkers. I am not scared in the sense of like, I'm like shaking, shivering, triggered reading this book, but it is absolutely crazy. And I want to know what's happening because there's multiple ways this could go and there's multiple things that could happen. But where I am right now was kind of the first big reveal. I feel like you kind of could guess already what was going to happen, but the way it was described and the way it was executed through a flashback was kind of actually bonkers and in like the best way. This is a great 8:30 in the morning clip because this book is scary. I'm really excited to keep going and I'm really excited to find like the reveals happening. I want to know more about Vera's mom and like what the whole like point of Vera's mom is, and like she's really mean and she kind of always has been mean, but I want to know where she plays in the whole scenario. I'm either gonna come back in a couple hours when I finish, because I'm gonna finish this book today. I will finish this book today. I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and have finished this book and either be actively sobbing, I will be shivering, so spooked, gotta go, gotta like find another person to hang out with, or I'm just gonna be like screaming because it was so good, or I'm gonna be mad that it was bad. So those are my 4 options. And I'm excited for you guys to see in a couple seconds and me in a couple hours what's going down. Hide your kids, hide your wives. I'm here and I'm spooked. It might look like I haven't moved. I totally have moved. I went downstairs and read this fucking book. But I'm back. I'm done. We're here. I'm done. So I was last here. It was like 8:45, 9 o'clock. And I was like, here's my 50% update. It's noon. It's like almost noon. And I'm done. Sister girls, we done. I'm done. We're done. The book is done. I finished. Okay. So 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars. It was so good. I literally was spooked. The house is quiet and I was reading and it was hitting the like peak climax scary part and I was silent and I heard a car door slam outside and I jumped 10 feet out of my skin. I was so scared. This is really good. We know what the book is about. I think Sarah Gailey did such a great job writing this because there were chapters that were like lulls and like we were just trying to get moving to the next part, but it didn't feel like it dragged. And then we were in chapters that were heightened in like what was happening and the emotion. I was into it and I was zooming. I literally zoomed through the last 50% of this book because it was so good. Things I wish would have happened or explored, but I'm actually okay with them not happening because I think that was the point. And I think that I'm okay with the like uncertainty, not knowing aspect of a few things because there was so much that happened and so much that was revealed that I'm okay with the things that didn't get revealed or happened or exposed, I guess. I thought this was so good. I wish I could keep talking about it, but I don't want to be spoiler filled. So if you've read this, it's in this current moment and in the moment that this vlog is posted, this book is not out yet. But when this book comes out and you read it, read this, holler at me. Send me a message. I want to talk about it because I loved it. It was so good. So that's kind of the end of the vlog. Here we are. So I read 3 books in this. I read Dream On, I read Beneath the Starlit Sea, and I read Just Like Home. And I think we started high with, I think I gave it 3.5, 4 stars for Dream On. I gave 2 stars to Beneath the Starlit Sea, and Just Like Home, I gave 5 stars. So we hit all my peaks. We found what I liked, what I didn't like, and we're done. That was kind of a successful NetGalley vlog. I'm 3 books down from where I was of my like 15 that I have. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I haven't vlogged in a while, so it was my first vlog back. My first vlog that was not like a 24-hour short little gig. This spanned over a week, I think. This was a full week. And yeah, I had a great time. I hope you had a great time. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to do any of those things. If you're still in the comments and you're still watching this video, leave me a pink heart and a blood emoji. One of the 2. That's the tea, sis. So that's it for me, and I will check you guys in my next video. Bye.